Okay, Rave here. How's that a little bit better? Haven't been on for a while. Got an art show coming up next Friday. It's called Glow Crazy. Glow Crazy. Glow Crazy. Come on, man. Go crazy. Come on, go crazy for me, will you? just show up and be crazy. The craziness, the better. At least they're not knocking on my door all night long, wanting to come in to do all their asshole shit, keeping me up all night, knocking on the door at dinner time already. He's like, "Will you quit this shit?" It's like, fucking crap. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, it's like, when do you go to jail? When did they bust you for this asshole shit? Oh man, I hated that fucking crap. I'm glad. Well, those days are kind of over. Well, I guess they're not over. I understand there's more shit around than ever, but I don't know. I don't see it. I don't need it. It won't do me a bit of good. You wouldn't keep everything down to every little detail if you were fucking with that whole shit. I think that's what probably wrecks it. I don't know. Well, in my case, it probably, I don't know, I probably wouldn't. Maybe it's actually hormonal damage. I guess that's what I want to talk about. This shit fucking damages your hormones. So anyway, I got these vitamins. Got a really good deal on these vitamins. They order them online. They had a deal. That's what I look for before I go to the health food store. See if I can find a deal online. I got 3 times as much as this in the closet over there. They're the 3-for-1 sales. They have the 5-for-1 sales. For probably about another $100, probably another $200. Probably could have gotten the ones for 5 for sale. But just one of these, it's quantity 60, and I have 3 of those. And one of these is a 2-month supply. I'm still talking about, as a 2-month supply, I'm still talking about a 6-month supply on a lot of this stuff. So that saved me a lot of money. First I was saying, oh, it saved me at least $300. And I'm thinking, oh, it's probably saved me at least $600. If I went to the health food store every month and got half of the types of the varieties of the herbs that I usually get every month, and I spend $300, and it's only half of the types of the varieties that I got. I just now got twice as much of the types of varieties that I got. And I got 3 times as much for the same price of the stuff that I usually pay every month for about $300. I usually spend anywhere between $100 and $300 in the health food store every month. And that doesn't include my pain management. My pain management. So, but I wanted to talk about this movie that I did. The details on the fluorescent psychedelic, psychedelic floral painting. Now, where this came from originally, the concept and design, there was a tutorial on how to paint. I figured a thing out for this light. I guess maybe I could just get some rotating lights and I don't have to do it. I got the shadow on that side. Let me grab the other light. Okay. Suntan in the rain. Suntan in the rain. Sunshine in the rain. Good day, sunshine. Purple haze in my brain. And it's a lovely day. Good day, sunshine. Don't know if I'm coming up or down. Yeah, that's another thing. I guess this reaction to this asshole shit. I'm suing the doctor. I don't know. I haven't heard anything back. Haven't heard anything back from these people. They asked me for my medical records. I went over and got them. I scanned them and faxed them over to them. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, I was totally amping yesterday. I was talking to my buddy on the phone the other day, and he said, yeah, we got to get together and we got to go jam and stuff. He's going, oh well, Sean, you're hyper speeding. You're on drugs or something. So I told him, I said, yeah, maybe I'm still a little screwed up. Had that reaction, the psychotropic psychoreactive medication, some sort of commercial asshole shit. The doctor definitely told me he's not going to prescribe to me a controlled substance. So here's from you. Unless my card expired, I got to go check it out. I think I have to go down and renew my card. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. Now I love this. This works really good. The Go-To Cola. This one here in itself is 180 tablets. I love this stuff. That's what I look for. There's like 3 different stores. The Vitamins Shop has the deals and the online, buy stuff online. Puritan's Pride is the one I got this time. VitaCost. So you sign up for the email reminders. But see, that's a lot of the things. They send you the emails for the really, really good deals like a day before payday. And it expires at midnight before you get paid. So I used to check my instant deposit. And if I had my instant deposit at 10 p.m. and I had my order cart already set up and ready to go, then I lucked out. And I was able to, so that helps me with other things because, I don't know if you kind of noticed this. I got these air purifiers. So here's 2 here, and I love these. When I was amping yesterday, I just kind of sat down in front of a couple of these. Kind of was breaking into a sweat and had these chills and salivating for like 6 hours. And then I made some really good pasta, and I made some cheese sauce. And just take some milk and some butter, some milk and some butter. Oh, I love these air purifiers. They have UV lights up here in the top, up here inside here, and those eliminate radioactive waves. And then these things in here, these things really do work. Check this out. I clean these with the degreasers. Okay, well this one here has been good. Over here, when it's over here, it doesn't get a bunch of stuff, but I know it works because I put it in the kitchen and it's got a bunch of stuff on it now. Tell me these things don't work. So basically I've got 4, 3 out here in the front room, the one that goes down the hallway in the bathroom, the one in the kitchen, and 2 out here. And I got one that collects, and I had the one that was exactly like this one. It didn't have anything on it, and I put it in the kitchen, and now it's got stuff on it. So this tells me that it shows that it's collecting. But if I have something like this, and it's been running, and I took the other one, I put it in the kitchen, and it's collecting, it's got a bunch of stuff, so it tells me it's doing its job. I'm probably breathing clean air, as clean as this is probably passing through and not leaving anything on it. A little advice for the nuclear age. I got my stuff in there. In fact, I can go get it. My Lugels, 3 drops. In fact, I was going to put this stuff on. I got up. I was listening, thinking about this Jimi Hendrix, Burning in the Midnight. Wow. The loneliness is such a drag. Wow, 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 wow. The burning of the midnight light. Well, aren't you glad you didn't have to pay for the front row tickets? You didn't even ask for them either. I know this is, but I didn't pay for front row tickets, front row seats, front row tickets. I guess that's the thing. If you have something, you kind of make something. It's kind of loud. It's kind of noisy. You got the stuff. You have the stuff all over the place. It's kind of messy. You got put the stuff in the closet. Put the stuff over here. Get the stuff set up. Then you got to put everything away. Then I get the stuff and I got it set up. I go to work and somebody else picked it up and put it all away. And I said, "Well, I was going to work on it. I wasn't on there. All this stuff's all over here." I'm just going to take the pull on stuff out, get it all set up, and start working on this thing again. So yeah, that's the way stuff is. I don't know, for some reason I got this place cleaned up, and I wasn't thinking about any particular people really. Nothing really in particular certain situations, but it was like somebody was there nitpicking at me. Any tiny little thing, what's wrong with you? Fingers, thumbs, toes, knocking over, knock this over. What's wrong with you? You have to do this first before you do that. And I was trying to get this thing together. I had no intention of cleaning up this whole damn place. But it was like, this thing has to do that because of this thing, and that thing. So that has to go so I can finish this thing. But then there's that thing and that thing. And that's where Bruce was telling me, so, man, you're all hyper. I'm going, man, it's been like this all day. You know, fingers, thumbs, toes. And it's like, huh? Oh, yeah, I hear that bowling. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, one hair. Bowling balls. Well, I guess a bowling ball really has the 2 holes right here, really. Oh, and one for his thumb. I don't know, but you got... Oh, yeah. Oh, I know, I had a thing with a towel. I don't know how to say. Here, I take my glove, I'll stick my glove in my ear. I could probably pull it out. Let's see. There we go. I pulled my glove out back. Hey, let me try that again. That was pretty fun. Oh, that's why you go like. That's what Peter was telling me. He was going, yeah, you know, like your suicide clowns and all that stuff, and your bozo ties. Man, this thing's gotta go, man. They're like, I was thinking like the big, what is that? It was like the big mustache, handlebar mustaches. I don't know. You see this thing really well? They had those big handlebar mustaches on those big bikes with those big giant front wheels. That little tiny little wheel on the back. Got that thing kind of going. So anyways, getting organized. I want to talk about the movie, about the video. But I'm kind of thinking that's going to serve the purpose to actually narrate. Now, what this is a mini projector. And it connects to the computer. Now, I checked this thing out. I still had a lot of things to do after I got home yesterday. I think they probably dropped one of those chemtrail bombs, I believe is what they're doing now, instead of the visible streaks through the sky, and the plane's not even very high. The planes are way up there, or they're really low, and there's already a whole bunch of stuff like in the middle, and already a bunch of stuff way high. Then they're doing really low and bringing those stuff right through the atmosphere, like, you know, red clouds that I'm taking pictures of. That's right there that everybody's saying there's nothing there. That's not a rain cloud. That wasn't fog. You know, I go into my kitchen and some of the plastic bags are melted, and some of those little noodle bean things have been falling out. I thought the mouse was over there or something. I haven't seen that mouse in over 9 months. It popped up. I told my manager about it, gave him a bunch of traps. I saw him again maybe about another month later, and I don't even know if he was the same mouse, because he wasn't looking so good. He was all mangy and stuff, and he was been hanging out in here. I put a whole bunch of stuff all over the place that mice don't like. But the guy at Home Depot says they flatten out. If he didn't like it, he wasn't stuck here. However, he got in here, he got out. So something tells me that it's gonna work. So that's what I thought that was. I thought that was a mouse. But something about my ear infection. Take a look at this ear. Here, you need some light on this one. If you're looking at this ear here, this is the one that has the ear infection. Now, you see pointed ears? Somebody was telling me before I have pointed ears. From the front of the profile, the ear appears to be pointed, but it is a little swollen. A lot more different than this here. Like this ear here is taking on a whole nother shape. Basically, with my back injury, I can only lay on one side and sleep on one side, so this is the side I lay on. You know, really not. And I was looking at my eyes like crazy. They were like starey. And I didn't even know if they were even my own eyes. It just seemed so foreign and alien, as if there's somebody else's eyes. And they're, you know, the surveillance thing, you know, the heart palpitations. you know, it was really pretty fast. I thought it was some sort of a reaction to my caffeine. I just got my coffee maker, and the coffee was really, really, really good. You see the thing kind of going on with my eyes? Yeah, so I got some stuff, this eye drops. Whatever it is, it doesn't like those eye drops. It's very painful. But it's very, very purifying. Well, it's the conjuncta clear. And once the eye purifier, and then you use the white eyes. And I got that on a deal on Amazon. I have 3 bottles of each. I probably have a supply in there. I've been taking the Nation iodine now for 2 years. I ordered it all on Amazon.com. I ordered 2 bottles of Lugol's. I ordered like 6 bottles of these other little Atomic Nascent iodine and Edgar Casey's Nascent iodine formula. And I haven't bought any. I have 1 bottle left of Lugol's, and it's still almost full. It's only 3 drops a day of the Lugol's. Instead of the other stuff where it's 3 drops 3 times a day. You know, so I got the vitamins, got the herbs, I got a whole bunch of stuff here, got going. So that's what I want to do. I'll talk about this video. It's a lot of accidentals. It is a psychological thriller. Let me put it that way, a total psychological mindfuck. There are certain nadis during the days, and they do continue to shift and they change. Certain unborn souls within the universes actually participate. Is that all of the realms of realities are all incorporated here now, here in each and every moment. All the realms and all the possibilities are all right here. This is only just one realm of those possibilities. In our natural state, we are aware of them and we do interact with them. Okay, and this is what I'm demonstrating in this painting, and this is all accidental. And I'm glad that I'm able to show something on this in a tangible, verifiable form. Is that in cycles, these people, they're in the rivers and they're in the lakes and their pools and they're enjoying themselves and they're very happy. And then you start to see scenes that are depicting procreation, where the unborn souls and the dead souls who have already passed on from this world and those that are in this world are all participating and to participate the procreation to take place so that they can be born. And you can see the angels and the demons that, according to your karma, are directing the activities of your life in the positive and negative forms. So this is taking place. So when you see a whole bunch of these people and they're all happy and they're all together, that this is their good karma taking place, but bad things do happen. Not big things, bad things. You know, the bombshell gets dropped, the divorce. It's a little bit bigger than, you know, being late on the electricity bill and getting your electricity turned off and having to call a boss, tell you got a little situation, get down there and you get a ticket or something, you have to go to court or something. And it's little things, you know, but everything else is going good. You know, you got your place, you got your pad, you got your relationships, you know, you got your employment going, you know, so good things and bad things are going on. They're all interacting with each other. These things are being depicted. All these forces, these positive and negative forces, those with which we have within our karma, who we are going to interact with within our lifetimes. All of these things are all being directed and are all being arranged. And we're all coming together and passing through. And this is a multi-dimensional universe that we do live in. And like I've mentioned before, that in our natural state we do interact with these things. In fact, we do, but in many cases we're not aware of them. We are pretty much preoccupied with a lot of things. But, you know, what they're doing, and the reason why there are so many accidentals, why there's so many different forms, is that many of these objects, or in fact, many of these objects, all of these objects, They are parts and elements of other objects that are combining together according to the specific perspective, angle, and view to create and depict another scene and show different entities, positive and negative forms. This is what happens in the abstract form of the Indian ritual rites of grandfather and crazy pipe maker and so forth. You know, where the earth is, the gods of the crops. How these things were actually perceived were in abstract form is that the forms and the elements in the background, forms and the elements in the foreground, and forms and elements in between within the middle ranges are combined together to show and depict the specific multi-dimensional realities in which we live in a multi-dimensional universe. These are perceived. And this is how it's done. So you could probably pretty much see how we pretty much shut ourselves off from these types of realities, but it's not important anyways. We don't really need to know. Without the proper guidance, proper education, without the proper diet, without the proper understanding, many of these things, when I first became aware of them, were pretty much a great concern. Some of them scared the hell out of me. I got used to it. I was just hoping God was going to talk to me in a lot more positive ways. I understand why things were a little bit strong, and why I had to be alerted, and why I had to kind of like do a little something about something. You know, like, a situation, a scene or scenario that's not so cool. You know, somebody calling on a phone at 2 in the morning, then all of a sudden they're at my door 5 minutes later. I just told them, don't come over, don't call me at this time of the hour. What are you doing here? You know, and he just wants to do his hits and shit. And it's like, I'm not fucking with shit. I got to go. And you're knocking on my door and calling me all hours of the day and night and shit, and can't get rid of them. And then they're over here where I work at lunchtime. They want me to go around the corner and go do some blow and shit. It's like, what the fuck? You know? Shit. You know, so certain arrangements and shit you gotta do, you know, trying to stay out of jail. And that's the other thing we're talking about. You go out with so-and-so, she took your happy life, your happy home, turned it into a complete dump, made you completely miserable, you got rid of her. Or she left, somehow or other. So now she's murdered 2.5 years later, you never seen her, you don't see any of her friends, you have no idea, you're just going on your life, you're still trying to get comfortable yourself. Of course you got resentments. You know, maybe you did get a relationship, maybe you didn't, I don't know, it was only $40 down there for a full nude one, and it felt pretty good, it was nice. I guess I got a good one. I'd have to just say I got a good lap dance one day, just recently. I was really seriously considering doing that, but I don't think I need to continue that. I would like to, but what happens if I get bad lap dance? Maybe I just leave that where it's at and just leave that for there. Yeah, so this is what we were thinking. Oh yeah, so the cops knocked on the door, so-and-so showed up dead. Anyway, that fucking little cunt, I hate her fucking guts. I'm fucking glad. And so, yeah, you know, that's why we're over here. We were checking up on stuff. We were trying to see who possibly could have maybe done it. We got to run you in and talk to you about questions. I was like, now listen, we're really glad you're cooperating with us. We can't have all these open-ended loose ends everywhere. Open-ended strings, unsolved cases. This isn't any famous murder case. There's no such thing as famous murder cases anymore. They just happen all the time. They're all over the place, or they don't happen at all. You just don't hear about it. You don't know it. It doesn't happen. You know, just keep yourself out of strange situations. And when you start noticing things getting kind of weird, a little bit of diplomat. My boss always told me, give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But you're trying to kill me. That's the way it seems, doesn't it? No, that's not fair. You're just ripping me off. Yeah, kind of seems that way. Uh-huh. Yep. That's right. You know what I mean? Avoid that. You don't need to get to that specific point. If you can't take care of yourself one way or the other, you better start taking care of yourself. You're going to end up in somebody's oven. Cannibalism's been on the rise for a while. I had some pretty big reservations, concerns about some of those smokers. They never see anybody playing in the swimming pools. They're not jumping in the swimming pool, swimming down the slides. They're not riding their bikes all through the neighborhoods. They're not playing baseball and football in the streets and tennis and racquetball out in the front yard. Go down into these neighborhoods, you don't see nothing. You don't hear nobody, nothing. That was the way it was when I was a kid. I know it's like, this is the way you can tell where everybody is. Everybody's bikes are all parked on at the same place at so-and-so's house. That's where everybody's at. Everybody will come running out there. They'll jump on their bikes. They'll be at your house. They'll be on their house. You'll go around the block. Somewhere you'll all be doing stuff. There used to be a little place over here. Actually, it was in the valley. It's right across the street from Budweiser Brewery. We all know that we're not allowed to go over there. There are periods of time within everybody's life that just sneak over there. There was a big giant reservoir, a big giant lake. The water was running. It wasn't like it wasn't fresh water. You know, the water was running. And there was another one up in Northridge. And they were filled with frogs and toads and pollywogs. And you know, we can go in the water. You know, I had to be careful because, you know, it wasn't specifically like, you know, maybe Hawaii or anything like that, you know. The water was clean, but you had to be careful because the water wasn't clean. And so the water was clean, but the water wasn't clean. It was not polluted or anything like that, but it's, you know, not you're not really supposed to, you know. So we're really not allowed to go over there. But every now and then, you know, it was brought to my attention that this was over there. So when I found out about it, they were over there, and I found out, well, you know, and don't go back. You know, so we had our thing with the water, the pollywogs, and the reservoir, and the water's running, and we rode our bikes over there. You know, all the kids in the neighborhood. You know, the bike, the Stingray bike gang. You know, you're only about 10, 11, 12 years old. They're little kids with Beetle mod haircuts and your turtleneck T-shirts and your Levi jeans and your Beetle shoes, your pointed shoes. So this is what we're talking about, this projector here. I did have some time before I had to take care of my health. That it connects to the computer. It also has a USB. So you check this thing out. I can run this probably directly from a USB stick. I can run this from this little notebook. I have this little notebook here, the larger laptop right there. I can run this video on the wall at the art show at Glow Crazy, which shows the details of this painting. Basically, when you actually really take a look at the floral design, let me go grab it. For some reason, when you look at it, it's probably, you think, okay, well that's kind of cool. It's black light. It's floral. It's not my favorite piece. You know, and that's what somebody was telling me before. Emmanuel was actually telling me this when we were doing Club Hill. He's going, you know, the artwork and stuff. You know, we know what pieces you like, and it's really cool. And you were trying to figure this thing out, and you did it. I put the Suicide Ballistic Clown and Guillotine, and what I wanted to do is show the extreme foreshortening and the atmospheric background of the guillotine coming down from a distance way up above the clown's head, coming down, which means it gets larger as it comes down. And we're talking something that's not an animation. It's a still piece. I did it with colored pencils. I love colored pencils. I love to blend the colored pencils, a technique that I learned in art school. But of course, painting is a whole nother thing. The brush does the work. The brush does the details. That's where all these accidentals are from. It's from putting the camera very, very close on the specific aspects of the elements of the specific designs of the paintings, and which are showing the different images. And basically, you know, I mix my paints. I take my paintbrush, and I mix it in a color, and I make some strokes, and I might wash the paint out of the brush. These are oil, water base. I love these. I got these on a really good deal on Amazon.com. And then I got these. These are all black light. I love these. In fact, that's the whole idea about the show. Everything in this show is supposed to be glowing, or some type of lighting effects. That's the whole theme of this specific art light show. So this should be dazzling and this should be fun. So I got some stuff I got to get painting. I've been organizing, getting this place cleaned up. I've been looking at a bunch of chickens and roosters. I've been looking at some oriental art and some birds. There were some sparrows, and I really like the colors and the soft tones on those. But I take a look at this, I'm going, yeah, but they're not sparrows. I'm going, oh, they're roosters. Now I remember. They're roosters. And I look at it, yeah, it's rooster. So I'm trying to think of how to do this in a graphical form and color. Now I saw some line and ink design that I thought was pretty cool, and it's kind of like the style and design that I do, with the French curves and things like that. They accent and actuate the forms, in the swirling colors. And I took a look at some actual real colors, designs, some real birds, some real roosters, and nature and design. The designs on butterflies in nature, the designs on the birds and the birds' feathers within nature, within the aquatics. That's where we get our inspiration from, in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam within the Vedas. The different variety of the forms that we see in this world are being the display of the artistic nature of the center. Let me put it that way. Let me put it that way. The creator, the maintainer, the actual source of all positive and negative energies, the source of all spiritual material worlds. Everything, he says, everything rests on me as pearls are strung on a thread. He says, what are we talking about all this detailed information for? With just a spark of a splendor of myself, everything rests on me as pearls are strung on a thread. Now, if you'll understand, Kashara Dakshai Vishnu is within each and every atom. Each and every atom combined molecular combinations. Molecular combinations themselves, H2O and O2H, water and air. Same elements, hydrogen and oxygen, just arranged differently. 1 to 2 atoms of each, or molecules of each. So this is what we're talking about. Everything rests on me as pearls are strung on threads. And even then, this is just the nature of this specific being. This is just the way it is. That's the way it always will be. In fact, they're even saying that, let's say I thought I saw Jesus in the mirror. Okay, I don't know. But they're saying that to see God is a sin, and its wages and its penalties are death. That no man and no one, spiritual or material, has ever seen God. And now we're talking about this avatar who has unlimited forms: Rama, Nrsimha, Vamanadev, Krishna, Christ, Buddha, Jala. There are revealed names and forms, but when you're talking about something that has no limit, that this is only just a small little depiction of a variety of the same entity. The same thing about Kshara Daksha Vishnu being within each and every atom, and everything rests on him as spiritual strung on a thread. These aren't different Kshara Daksha Vishnus. These are not different people. These are not different four-armed formed spirit things. This is the same entity. He is the form of Brahman 8T, Param 8T, Bhagavan 8T, Shakti. The Supreme is realized in 3 phases of understanding: is the impersonal Brahman, the white light, eternity of love, the Param Atma, a localized expression of four-arm form, Daksha Vishnu, carrying within his 4 arms the symbols of Conch Shell, Sudarshan Chakra, Lotus Flower, and Club. And then you have the localized personal aspects of Rama, Krishna, and Nrsimha, all these different forms, right? His specific colors, his depictions, the time frame, the planets. All these are all described and revealed, but it is unlimited, and there is no way to be able to continue to go on writing or speculating without the actual real authoritative nature of the Vedas, which have revealed these names and forms, which of course, we are within a limited sphere and external material reality, that we couldn't possibly continue, we could continue to go on writing forever and ever and ever. That's what Seshanaga is doing, is that Vishnu in the form of Mahavishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, and Garbhadakshay Vishnu are both lying on their oceans of creation. Mahavishnu is lying on the causal ocean of creation, and unlimited universes are emanating from his pores. And his yoga nidra, his creative sleep, yoga nidra means sleep, his creative sleep, where his dream is our reality. Unlimited universes are coming out of his body and his nostrils on his external breath, which comprises the duration of the universes as they're emanating. So you're talking about millions upon millions upon millions upon millions. I mean, you're talking about an exponential that is very, very large, which is only one breath to one person, and then he breathes in again, and all the universes are dissolved until the next exhalation, when manifestation will become visible. So they're both lying on a serpentine couch of Seshanaga, who's actually Balaram. Balaram is responsible for gravity. Gravity holds the planets in their orbitary systems. Everything is mechanical arranged in such a way that it appears as if these are real worlds. It's a temporary manifestation which is subject to destruction. So it's not a real world. It's a multidimensional universe which is constantly changing, and we're constantly interacting with each other according to our karmas. And all of these are all being directed by demigods, or angels and demons, positive and negative energies, negative force. It's all according to your karma. Now, all this comes together: your morality, your diet, all of your outcome, your decision to react in specific ways to certain set given situations, which will determine the actual outcome. We can change these things, but according with a little diplomat, we can walk away from things much easier than becoming more and more implicated in more and more situations, which will involve more and more stuff according to our reactions to each given situation at each and every moment of interactivity in the world in which we perceive, the world of phenomena. Phenomena means that which cannot be proven, but yet something exists. We don't know exactly what. Getting up in the morning according to your alarm clock. You turn the alarm clock was there, that's verifiable. It's certain such time, you can check any other clock, check anywhere else, wherever, verify the time, that's the time. What do? Your jelly donut and your coffee ritual. Brush your teeth and shave in the rear view mirror and get your ass to work and sit in asshole traffic if you didn't leave in time. And it only takes like 2.5 seconds before you're caught in traffic, unless you beat it and you get there in the parking lot and the boss is happy. You don't care if you're down there sitting in the freeway, and that freeway's right in front of the office building, and that's the frustrating thing in the world too. The off ramp and then the street and your parking lot's right there, and you're there, but you're not moving for 45 minutes. That's not so cool. So, we got to go grab this piece. I'm very seriously considering showing the details of the video with the projector, as well as have this piece. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to work on these. I was just thinking, okay, I've got 2 weeks. Now I'm looking at my watch. Today's Sunday. I've got 5 days. Actually, I got 4 days if we're counting Friday. Actually, I've got 5 days if I'm painting on Friday before that showing. But actually, I'm not hassling it, because I think probably the video itself is going to that would be kind of cool if I could set on my easel and actually paint there, so I'll have something to do. So I'm just not walking around. I don't know. We got a lot of stuff to do. I think we got bands. I think we got DJs. I think we got the whole crew and the whole crowd. Everybody's going to be there. So this is going to be pretty cool. It's in downtown LA. I'll have to look this thing up. Let's see, Glow Crazy. Let's see. Last time I did the art show for Kendra, we did Alexandria Hotel, and that was fun. I love the Alexandria Hotel. Voices green and purple. Oh, I just love that number. Voices green and purple. See, here we're talking about the abstract forms here now. Voices green and purple. Where do you see or hear purple, green, and voices? They'll ask you who the President of the United States is. They'll ask you if you're hearing things. Son of Sam. Sam told me to do it. Yeah. Haven't heard of her. Oh, I used to do a good crazy person. I guess I can't see it because I'm looking at the thing. I'm looking at my reaction or whatever. Like a guy. And all the crazy guys on TV, you know. Oh, I had a thing with Twitch. I don't think I'm doing it right. But anyways, I was really freaking some people out. They actually really thought I was a real derelict. It kind of took off. That's a good thing. Because I didn't want to mess with them. I just made them think I was crazy. I just kind of rolled my eyes up in my head and heard the Twitch thing. And it was like, you know, kind of like, I don't know, talk about everything else, whatever, I don't know. But they, I convinced them. They took off. I don't know, whatever. Well, so what we got? I put the flesh tones on. I got 5 more speakers. This thing will show movies. This thing will show movies. Home theater entertainment sound system. So there's 5 of these and another woofer. So I'm running this set. I hooked it up to my Ghetto Blaster. And I'm still running this set. So I got these going. The other one's over there. Here, that was supposed to come on. Play. Okay, so I'll tell you where Glow Crazy is going to be. So, have an art show coming up. Downtown next Friday, the 17th. There's spello. Typo. Let's see, the 17th. You can go crazy or glow crazy or whatever crazy suits you. Be my guest. I don't care. Whatever crazy is fine with me. Okay, so I got the events: Electro House, Industrial Synth Pop, DJ Corsto, Glow Crazy, Kendra Cryant's great. I started exhibiting artwork for her. She was doing the art shows at Bordner's. They have the Bar Sinister. Sometimes we did Saturdays Bar Sinister, not so many. Usually it was private parties and stuff that we did usually during the weekdays. There was the HTTH party, and that was fun. Stuff got knocked around, kicked around. Big stuff too, with air and lights in them. Big stuff. You know, so that was cool stuff. So let's see here. What are we saying here? Okay, Friday, July 17th at 9 p.m. downtown LA. DTLA address to be announced 24 hours before the show opens. 13 people are going. 138 people are going. I think I know where it is. I was told where it is. I hope I know where it is. I know where I'm going. Downtown LA. I'll have to check my messages on this. DTLA address TBA 24 hours before the show opens. Okay, so I better be at TBA. I better look that up. I wonder what street that is. TBA 24 hours. That possibly could be the street address. 24 hours street. 7 days a week. It was around the corner. Who knows? Anything, brainstorming, whatever. There's no, well, there can be and there could be. We actually say no bad idea, actually, whatever, no matter how primitive, elementary, childish, outlandish, scientific, impossible, improbable. Write it down anyways. Put it together, take a look at this stuff. Stuff starts making a little more sense a little bit later anyways. It might not make any sense now. And a whole group of people, this isn't the time for criticism, to criticize others. Especially if you're actually trying to do something and you have to pull something out of the realm of possibilities and come up with something, verify it, and produce something. Just usually it's for helping people. To provide some service or product that would be beneficial to your community and to society. Make your contribution to whatever this thing is. The rat race, the rat patrol, rats in battalion. In the street scene, generation landslide, close the gap between us. So, anyways, yeah, I'll have to look at my messages on that. I think I know where it is. I guess maybe you have to push bamboo shoots underneath my fingernails before I'll tell you. String me up with piano wires by my toes. And not a pretty sight. Let's say strung all around town like Christmas lights. Spread really thin from here to eternity. We were talking about a paper trail. And this ain't paper. Real life. It's the way things actually really are. You just don't see it, you don't notice it. And that might be a good thing in a lot of church. Might be a good thing. That's why you consult a trained professional. And that's why we're trained professional to just keep things simple and not go into big details and to kind of give you some positive advice to avoid these things and make things just a little bit easier and better for you and your life. We're not going to go in under the hood on you and pull up all this stuff. Although I can tell you that it exists and that it's there, and there are many that can and are perceiving it and can recognize it when it presents itself. If it doesn't present itself, then there's no reason to pursue anything. Because we're already all here in this moment, and we're making things difficult by getting caught up in our own conceptions. And that's the other thing about Bhagavad Gita, that according to our conceptions of life, that as the air carries aromas, the self or the soul contained within the subtle body of the mind, intelligence, and identification with matter is transferred to another womb at the time of death. Of course, there are multiple realms. So there are heavens, there are hells. In fact, that's another thing within this depiction. They kept their camera moving. That's what kept giving me my forms and my movements. But what I witnessed was a soul. There's a description in Srimad Bhagavatam that when the living entity expires their lifetime, if they have bad karma and have to go to hell and go to the court of Yamaraj for sentencing, the Yamadutas make them run at a very, very, very large distance within a very, very short period of time, just within seconds. And they fall down, they're beaten, and they're barked at and bitten by animals and dogs on the side of the road. But this one here, they were walking slowly. It looked like they were going a long place, but they were at the court of Yamaraj, and there are a couple of Yamadutas, 3 Yamadutas, I believe, and the person is bound. Their hands were behind their back. So these are all according to specific mudras during the day, that the things are constantly shifting and changing. Why there were the positive forms, why there were the procreational forms, why there were the negative forms, why there are the in-between mixed positive energy forms, why there was the external material reality, and why and where it shows and depicted the demigods and the demons directing society or directing the activities and the interactions of the specific individuals who are participating in interaction with each other according to each person's karma as it reacts to the interaction and the karma of the others. So this is what's actually taking place in this piece, and these are all accidentals. It's like taking a magnifying glass and going very, very close to each little piece of, and I mixed the paint, and some of the paint was washed out of the brush, and I got fresh paint on it. Some of the paint still had paint on it, and I painted it, dipped it into the other colors so that I can mix the paint just a little bit, just let the brush do the work. The brush did the details, the brush did the shadow and the light and change. It's like you're not supposed to take the Beatles record and play it backwards. You can hear anything if you play it backwards. Now all of a sudden the Beatles are satanic. Who knows? A lot of this stuff is metaphysical. I saw something about Sgt. Pepper's and some text and stuff like that, the cover art and whatever's on there. I don't know. If you take a magnifying glass and put it up to anything, you can find anything would be in there. There are certain positive and negative forces within our scenery and within our background and within the underground, within our whole realm of experience, that these things are taking place. So what you want to do is that Krishna actually says that those of small intelligence worship the demigods for their wealth and their success and their health. He says, but you're actually really smart. He says these benedictions are they're arranged and they are being provided by the One Supreme Himself. I'm trying to find the good lining here. That He is directing the activities of the demigods. He's the one who's giving the permission and allowing them to give the specific boons. But if you go to the Supreme Source directly, instead of through His representative, His agents, He is in control of the external material energy. His agents will carry out His orders. Is that they also have agents who are controlling them. There are higher elementary beings within the heavenly and demon planetary systems as well, which are controlling their specific karma as well. It's not exactly like you have to get a telegram from the Supreme Personality Godhead that's saying, hey, so-and-so's been worshiping me instead of the temporary boons of the relationships of the demigods. So you probably haven't ever heard of him before because he doesn't worship you, he worships me, but this is what I want you to do. I want you to make him wealthy. It could happen that way. Usually it doesn't. Instinctively, we all just know what to do. How is it that we instinctively know what to do according to nature? What is guiding and directing our decision making, our activities, our interactions? So all these are taking place. These are all going on. I understand why some things have strong language to them, why specific actions need to be taken, why certain things seem to be much, much more easier or such much more likable. Your infinite, loving, compassionate being of eternity that cares and loves you so much that, whatever the thing is, that's suicidal, killing their own offspring for the welfare, the benefit of society, of the planet Earth within a specific time frame of only 2,000 years ago. Hey, I sent you 3 boats, you idiot. There's a guy in the middle of the water. He's out in the middle of the ocean. And he's drowning. And a boat comes by, a big ship, steamliner. He would have been happy on that ship. I said, hey, hoist aboard, mate. He's like, oh, God will save me, God will save me. I said, hoist aboard. God will save me, God will save me. Okay, suit yourself. Stay out in the middle of the ocean then. Fine. So the guy's out in the middle of the ocean, he's drowning, another boat comes by, so 3 boats come by, and the guy tells him that God's going to save him, so the guy drowns. Maybe a shark ate him or something. A whale swallowed him. Anyways, the guy drowns, and he goes to heaven, he says, hey God, why did you save me? He says, sent you 3 boats. Suit yourself. I just got to do that Beetlejuice impression, I guess. I got to keep it kind of loud. Beetlejuice is kind of loud, but yeah. So yeah, there's been some erroneous reports about a heat wave, and some people actually thought it was hot. News on the home front: Taliban has declared Jihad over. Now all you weirdos with detonators on our subways and your backpacks can now go home. So, anyways, I think I was going to cut this short. I think I mentioned everything I wanted to talk about. Probably a little more stuff I probably didn't need to talk about. I want to talk about the video, what's going on with that, the projector. I got speakers, so I got sound. This stuff is just really little. It's kind of easy to carry around. Those are I was having my coffee. I was taking my vitamins. I guess we'll put it in there. Yeah, the fuzz tones are cool. I like the fuzz tones. I think they do some fuzz tones gigs around here. I think Mojo, Lost Anarchy, I think it has something to do with fuzz tones and HTTH. So I still haven't gotten to see some of the gigs, but I think they've been playing Sunset. I think maybe Rodney Beemanheimer's or something. I think Rodney Beemanheimer, I think, has a gig over there in the bowling alley or something behind Amoeba Records. I haven't been able to make it over there yet. Yeah, but check this out. This is the fuzz tones. I got the original one, the Bees. Original 1960s recording of Voices Green and Purple. Other than that mod beat, little variation of the blues, but you have that repeated rhythm pattern in the background. There's your green and purple voices. Okay, so green and purple glow crazy. Go green and purple crazy. We had a Suicidal Ballistic Clown coming to Club Hell. It's on my Lost Anarchy page. I think I posted that a few times. I used to kind of like to think I had a fan. I'm not sure if this is somebody that was just doing something. Nobody actually came up and said to me, you know, your paintings inspired me to be a suicide clown. No one made any comments such as that. Yeah, here's the original Voices Green and Purple from the 1960s. Okay, so let's say Roger's Rave is there. See you at the art show Friday.